Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you happen to be watching this. I'm happy to present to you um, my presentation where I compare and contrast traditional versus modern organizations. My name is Ed Andrasic. This is the final presentation for MBAD 6020, Customer Value in a Digital World. In my presentation, my traditional organization is Aetna. The modern organization is going to be UPMC. Just want to start the comparing and contrasting with a little snippet or examples I pulled from their mission statement directly from their websites. So some points Aetna made in their mission statement is that they are building a healthier world by making healthcare easy, affordable, and all about you. They put people at the center of everything they do, making decisions based on integrity, caring, excellence, and inspiration. Um, UPMC, on the other hand, they have two bullet points to start off their mission statement. The first one is to service communities by providing outstanding patient care. The second bullet point, probably most telling for our purposes through the rest of this presentation, says they are looking to shape tomorrow's health system through clinical and technological innovation, research, and education. This segues into value discipline. The value discipline model defines three options or disciplines that are based on how customers define value in organizations. It does say that organizations should choose at least one of these disciplines to be particularly important while being average in the other two. So, where did our companies fall? As an example, Aetna believes in health equity. Because some people don't have the same opportunities as others to be their healthiest. In order to change unfair practices or different treatments, the steps are to make sure that patients are being treated fairly and justly, that they are recognizing the roots of discrimination and its impact on health outcomes, and that patients are achieving a complete state of health. So that drops, in my opinion, Aetna into the customer intimacy bucket because that discipline is based on service and flexibility with um, intense focus on meeting the needs and overall customer service. UPMC, on the other hand, they believe that if they give doctors the right information, they will make the right choices. They continually supply clinical education tools and guidelines that help doctors streamline costs while delivering top quality care. Um, so they fall into the product leadership bucket. Product leadership discipline is based on differentiation and innovation. They will use technology and knowledge advances to develop new and better products on an ongoing basis. So we dropped UPMC into the product leadership discipline bucket. Um, as we move forward, who are the primary customers of our organizations? Nationally, Aetna is a national company. They service an estimated 39 million people. So it's 11% of the market share, makes them third out of 10 largest health insurers. UPMC, on the other hand, services about 3.9 million members throughout the areas right now of Pennsylvania and parts of Ohio, West Virginia, and Maryland. Through the presentation, to address these separate categories, I pulled specific examples of the companies and how they might fit into this. For building relationships and loyalty, um, Aetna, an example, to address past and current inequities, Aetna's care managers receive training in implicit bias and cultural sensitivity. They also created the Medicare Multicultural Care Management Program, which is designed to help Black and Hispanic members in Florida, Texas, and Pennsylvania better manage diabetes and hypertension. They also partner with faith and community-based organizations. UPMC created the UPMC Center for Social Impact. They provide members with the right care in the right way uh, at the right time. They seek to serve their community and shape the healthcare system of tomorrow. An example, in December 2019, they collaborated with their Center for High Value Healthcare to coordinate, evaluate, and expand programming and innovations that address both the social needs and social determinants of the members and communities that they serve. So, some synergies there as far as building the loyalty within the communities that they serve. How do they use AI or big data? Again, two specific examples from them. Aetna had created its innovation labs, which is sort of a test kitchen to develop ways to improve patient outcomes through disease prediction and intervention. A pretty telling quote that I want to get to. The head of Innovation Labs said, partnering with innovators, applying emerging technologies that are widely used in the consumer marketplace, and measuring the outcomes. The focus is on improving the lives of the people we serve while providing a better value for each dollar that is spent on healthcare. UPMC, on the other hand, created Realize Intelligence, which uses AI and natural language processing to identify precise patient populations with chronic diseases and cancer to ensure they receive the most beneficial treatment. It allows providers to use their web-based tools, quickly assess the data that already is present in patient notes. So um, Aetna seems to be addressing the patient and their journey specifically. UPMC is driving overall improvement to the whole process for providers and patients. Is there a key event related to digital transformation? Of course there is. Separated these two out because it's pretty telling, as you'll see in the upcoming slides. For Aetna, it was the acquisition by CVS Health. They claim that it allowed them to be uniquely integrated, community-based healthcare experience for their patients, more integrated data and analytics, and it would improve customer management by marrying physical and digital touchpoint, what with CVS's brick and mortar stores and Aetna's online presence. UPMC, a key driver there was the launch of UPMC Enterprises. They invest financial and intellectual capital into developing solutions that benefit the entire healthcare industry. Some of the digital solutions are mentioned in that slide, but again, more focused on the process as a whole rather than patients and things like that. Um, as far as digital maturity and how it fits into the culture, a really telling slide here where it says, where it mentions with the merger with CVS, more integrated data and analytics. It does mention as part of that they will use data and analytics to reduce the amount of readmission into hospitals once patients are discharged. So, kind of dealing with the patient directly once it's issued. And whereas UPMC says that they tap clinical acumen of thousands of UPMC physicians and rely on payer perspectives from the health plan. The relationships and resources allow them to monitor emerging trends in healthcare and to identify, support, and commercialize scientific breakthroughs that transition into significant improvements in medical care and technology. Uh, Modern organization UPMC seems to be much further down the timeline of digital maturity and how they're buying into utilizing it moving forward. Um, Analytics used to make personnel decisions. There was an article written on LinkedIn that I found. They interviewed or went over Deborah Osborne, who was the head of HR reporting and analytics at Aetna. Um, and some of the highlights there were using analytics and how important it would be to predict performance, success, build a high functioning team with a combination of analytical skills and business instincts, um, and so on and so forth. So basically, utilize it to hire the right people and measure their success. Whereas on UPMC's, their approach, they believe that the roles are important. Data analytics matter. They allow their professionals the ability to flex their technical, business, and critical thinking skill sets every day. So they're very ingrained in using analytics to drive their everyday and how they move forward to success. Finally, my learnings and takeaways from here. My learnings is that AI and big data have an important role in healthcare moving forward. I understand both perspectives, Aetna and UPMC, their approaches. I believe if they can somehow get together from the patient side and the overall healthcare side, um, possibly that's where the industry is going. And obviously, buy-in and application of AI and big data is a differentiator. UPMC, as I mentioned, much further down the timeline of data maturity and buying into using the analytics to improve the overall industry. My takeaways specifically, as I might have intimated, is UPMC is all in on leveraging AI to improve healthcare. Um, Both Aetna and UPMC use AI to help patients along the healthcare journey, but UPMC also utilizes it to try and advance the industry and prevent these journeys altogether. So I hope I was able to provide some insight. These are my learnings and takeaways. Thank you so much for your time. Um, have a great morning, afternoon, or evening.